નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી.
Hello students, today we will study the question number 2 of exercise 7.3. This is the topic of standard 10 chapter number 7 triangles. So what is the question? Question is AD is an altitude of an isosceles triangles ABC in which AB is equals to AC. So that AD bisects BC and second thing is AD bisects angle A. So here we have taken one of the triangle ABC. Here we have given that AD is the altitude. Okay, AB and AC are equal because triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. So here we can write down the given condition as AB is equals to AC, right? AB and AC we have given, the sides are equal. One more thing here we have given is that BC AD is perpendicular to BC because AD is the altitude. So whenever we draw the altitude on the base, it will make an angle of 90 degree. So here we can also write down that angle ADC, and if ADC will become of 90 degree, ADB is also of 90 degree. Angle ADB. Both angle have the same value and that is of 90 degree. So this we can write down as a given condition. The first thing we have to prove is that AD bisects BD. AD bisects BC. Right? So see, AD is here, BC is here. We have to prove that D is the midpoint of BC. Right? So let us take two triangles ABD and ACD. So in triangle ABD and triangle ACD, right? Let us write down the three conditions of the similarity so that we can prove that the two triangles are congruent. And if we can prove, we can say that BD and CD will become equal by CBCD. So here the given conditions, one of the condition is AB is equals to AC. This is the given condition. Okay, angle is also given. The angle of this triangle ADB, angle ADB is equals to angle ADC. This is also we have given. And third similarity, yes, obviously AD is the common. AD is equals to AD. This is the common side. So here we can see the two triangles ADB and ADC will become congruent. We can write down triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. Now, by which rule? See, here we have this side, this angle and this side. So there is a no criteria side angle or angle side. Yes, this criteria is RHS. This is the RHS rule of congruent. Because there is a right angle, hypotenuse and one of the side. Right angle, hypotenuse and side. So this is the RHS rule. As these two triangles become congruent, now we can say that their corresponding parts BD and CD. We can write down that BD is equals to CD by CPCT. So that we can say that AD bisects BD. AD bisects BC. Right? You know that the meaning of the bisect? That to make the two equal parts. So AD making the two equal parts of BC. The same way, second thing that we have to prove is that AD bisects angle A. AD bisects angle A. See, here also we have to take a condition of the CPCT as we have proved that the two triangles are congruent. We can write down that triangle ABD, we have proved that the congruent to triangle ACD. Now if we take the angle BAD, then we have to take the angle CAD. We can write down that angle BAD is equals to angle CAD by CPCT. And what is the meaning of this? Meaning of this is that AD bisects angle A. Right? The angle A is divided into the two equal parts. One is angle BAD and one is angle CAD. These two angles will become equal, and these two sides are also becomes equal. Okay, so this is question number 2. Now let us study question number 3. Here we have given that okay, two triangles we have given, two sides AB, BC and median AM of one triangle ABC are respectively equal to side PQ, QR and median PN of triangle PQR, so that triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN. See, let us write down first of all the given condition. We have given that one of the side AB, second side BC and median AM of this triangle is equal to this side PQ, second side QR and median PN. So this side AB is equal to the PQ side, BC side is equal to QR side, median AM is equals to median PN. Okay, we have given that AM is the median, so BM and CM will become equal. In the same way, this part and this part will also become equal. So here also we can write down that BM is equals to CM, BM is equals to CM, and QN is equals to RN, QN is equals to RN. So these all are the given conditions, right? We have to write down these things that will help us to prove whatever we have to prove. First thing we have to prove is that triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN. Right? ABM means this triangle ABM, and PQN means this triangle. See, two conditions already we have given is that AB is equals to PQ. This condition we already have given. Second condition is AM is equals to PN. AM is equals to PN. This is also we already have given. Now, see, we have to consider BM side, but BM side and QN side are not given. Yes, BC and QR we have given that they are equal. So let us write down that BC is equals to QR. Now, we do not have to consider actually this side, but we have to take its half. That means we can take 1/2 of BC is equals to 1/2 of QR. See, here we are taking the half both the side. That means we are dividing both the side with 2. Now see, if we take 1/2 of BC, then what we can write down? See, this BM and CM are equal, and they are equal to 1/2 of BC. In the same way, this QN and RN are also equal, and they are equal to 1/2 of QR. Why? Because AM is the median, and here PN is the median. So this total BC, if we take half of it, we get the either BM or CM. In the same way, QR is the total length. If we half it, then either we get QN or we get RN. Right? So now instead of this 1/2 of BC and 1/2 of QR, what we can write down? See, 1/2 of BC. That means we can take BM, because this is the one of the part side of this triangle ABM. So we have to take BM here. In the same way, 1/2 of QR. That means 1/2 of QR we can take RN or QN, but QN is the portion of this triangle PQN. So here we have to take QN. Now see, in these two triangles, all these three sides are equal. So now we can say that triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN by side rule. Right? So the first thing that we have to prove, that we have proved here. Second thing we have to prove is triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQ. Now let us see in the given condition. Yes, AB and PQ are the given. AB is equals to PQ. This condition we already have given. Okay, one more thing. BC and QR are also given. BC and QR. Let us write down. BC is equals to QR. This is also we already have given. Now think about the third condition. How to find out the third condition? Because here we do not have given that AC and PR are equal. If we have given by side, we can say that the two triangles are congruent. But AC and PR are not given. So now what to do? See, here we have proved that the ABM and PQN are congruent. So we can consider it's one of the part, that is angle ABM. Yes, we can write down angle ABM is equals to angle PQN by CPCT. Right? Here we are taking one of the angle ABM and PQN. Why? Because angle ABM now we can write down as an angle ABC. So here we can write down angle ABC. In the same way, angle PQN now we can write down angle PQR. Angle PQR. From where we take the condition? We take this condition from 1. So here we can write down the reason from 1. Right? So this will be now our third condition. So now we can write down that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. By which rule? See, one of the angle side AB, second one is BC, and this is the included angle. So this is the side angle side bracket. By side angle side rule, now we can prove that this ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. See, many students, what they are doing? They are simply take AB is equals to PQ, BC is equals to QR, and AM is equals to PN. But where is the AM and PN in this triangle ABC and PQR? Right? Do not make this type of mistakes. Right? Here the third condition we have to take, it is an angle. Okay, so this is all about this lecture. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.